Hey, what's going on everybody? It's your coach Ian Shaw here, and today we're going to be doing our recipe breakdown. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking one of the recipes from our recipe packs that we have and the meal plans that we have, and we're going to be breaking those down to show you how to make them the most efficiently, as well as show you some tips around how to prepare them. So let's go in after it. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to turn on our oven. It's going to take a while for that to preheat, and so we don't want to be waiting on an oven to preheat if we started prepping everything in advance. So we want to make sure that we do that first, and then the next step is we need to start the marinade. We'll roll the edges back so that way when we're pouring all of our other ingredients in here for the marinade, it's not going to spill down the sides. So now, trick about peeling ginger is we're going to be taking the side of a teaspoon, and I'm just gonna come through with the edge and peel the outside. This is a really quick way. You don't need a grater. It takes way too long using a grater to peel this ginger. All right, so now that I have that peeled, I'm gonna go ahead and mince this up. So the easiest way I've found is to come through here with the tip of your knife, and then I'm going to come through on a diagonal angle about 3 or 4 times, and then I'm going to come back through, and what that's going to give me is this nice grated ginger. I'm going to come back through one more time on another angle. And it's a quick way to grate ginger if you don't have a press or have it already pre-grated for you. All right, so now we're going to take that ginger, we're going to plop that in our marinade, and now we're going to start adding the rest of these ingredients. So next we're going to use soy sauce. I like tamari. I'm predominantly gluten-free myself, but if you don't have that issue, totally fine. You can also use cocoa aminos. That's going to be also soy-free. And so we got our little measuring cup here. The recipe calls for a 1/4 cup, but since I'm only doing 1 fillet, I am going to be using only 1/8 of a cup, because we don't want it to be too salty. Next, we're going to put in our apple cider vinegar. You don't need apple cider vinegar. You can also use rice vinegar. All about a preference, but since the recipe calls for it, when we have it, we're going to go ahead and use it. So again, I'm just cutting these measurements in half since I'm only doing 1 fillet. So it calls for 2 tablespoons. I'm going to just do 1. Next, just sesame. Plop that in there. Next, we're going to plop in the miso. Go ahead and do a tablespoon in there. All right, so we have our fish and our marinade together. We're gonna put that into the fridge for about 20 minutes, so that way it's gonna soak up all that flavor. You wanna do it for at least a minimum of 15 if you're in a rush. It's a great way to just start things off while you're getting the oven preheated and everything like that. So it's gonna take some time to get everything else together. So you definitely have that additional 15 minutes while you're prepping everything else to let it marinate. All right, so while that salmon's marinating, now we're gonna be making our Zoodle and radish Asian salad. All right, next we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna turn that into Zoodles. And there you have it. I've trimmed off the edges of the zucchini so that way it will sit flush in here, and we're gonna start spinning. Now you can obviously buy these pre-packaged. I think they're really easy to make. The spiralizers are super cheap. I'll put a link down to one in the description so people can find it if they don't have one. They're at TJ Maxx's and secondhand stores all the time for really inexpensive. But you can buy them pre-packaged as well, just like this one here. And if you don't want to have to make them, but I always find having them made fresh is always a better option. All right, so we have our salmon. It's been marinating for 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Now we're gonna take that out. We're gonna put it onto a baking sheet, and then we're gonna be putting that into the oven. Now, one thing to note about this recipe is that it's going to finish with a broiling cycle. So that way it's gonna get nice and crispy on the top of the salmon. And so you wanna make sure that you're not putting it into like a Pyrex glass or something like that, because when you turn those things when you put those things underneath the broiler, they have a tendency to break, and you don't want to be cleaning up glass out of your oven. That's not ideal. So make sure that it is a broiling safe, like a baking sheet, or something that will be able to withstand high heat as well as baking. Right, so while that salmon is baking, we're gonna be finishing up our zucchini and radish salad. All right, so we got a big mixing bowl here. Take our zoodles, pop them in there, take our radishes. Then we're gonna squeeze the juice of 1 lime on there. So cut these into quarters. And then we're just squeezing. If you have a citrus juicer, you can use that too. Next, we're gonna add the honey. Then we're gonna add sesame oil. And the tamari or the soy sauce. And you can be measuring these out or pre-measuring these out. I have a pretty good handle on what amounts things are. I've been cooking a long time, and so I get to a point where you can basically free pour ingredients. But if you feel like you want to stick to the measurements, please do that. It is really helpful to start learning about how much 2 tablespoons looks like when you're putting things together. All right, next we're going to be adding in our chopped ginger. And then we're just going to be mixing that all up. All right, so we're going to change that over to broil on high. And we're going to set a timer for 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. All right, look at that. That is beautiful. All right, next we're going to plate this up. So I'm going to make sure that I'm taking and straining out the remaining liquid from this so it doesn't get too saucy on the plate. And you can either do this as a side dish or you can plate it on top. I'm gonna put it on the side today. Awesome plating technique with some sriracha. So you have a squeeze bottle like this, and I'm gonna put this down at an angle, and I'm gonna squeeze, make sure it's open all the way. I'm gonna squeeze, and I'm gonna create a circle. And then I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna make these dots in descending size as it's coming down. So now it adds a whole other element to your plating. Then you can also take the tip of the spoon, or you can take a fork, and what you're gonna do is you're just gonna, in a single motion, drag it back. And you're gonna get that high quality level plating technique. And there you have it, miso glazed salmon with a zoodle and radish side salad.